friends. Well, I've got a few things here on my desk. One is this little baggie with goodies from my friend Crystal at Vividly on Paper. And she sent these to me. I had won a giveaway, and she sent these to me, and I just thought these were fun, and I didn't want to put them away because I felt if I put them away, I might not get around to playing with them again. And I really love it. I really love it. So I have that. Then if you guys saw my live where I did some jelly plating with Martha Makes Art, I used these feathers to create some of the jelly plates. And they're nice and stiff now because they have paint on them, which I just really like how they feel. So I thought, you know, I don't know what else to do with them, so I'm going to use them today. We're really just going to wing this, friends, and I just thought that would be fun to do. Before I get further into it, because we're dealing with some red here, I want to make this part of the collaboration hosted by two of my very sweet friends, by Mimi with Love. That's Melissa. I call her Mimi. And also my friend Annie of Annie Creates. They host Enjoy Red with us. So let's go ahead and get started. You'll notice that all three of these shades red are different. I don't care. We're going with it because this red's got some gold in it that had, you know, Crystal had put some gold on here, and there's some black writing on here and black in her hair. I think it's all gonna work. It's all gonna come together. Well, at least that's what I'm telling myself. So let's get started. Again, I don't have any plans. Not really sure. I think, you know, probably what we should do is make a tag, because if you make a tag, you can always turn it into a card later by using it as a topper for a card. So I'm thinking that's what we'll do. And I'm gonna go ahead, you know, I could just make this a card. Let me see. If I fold this, well, it'll be kind of skinny if I do that. Look how skinny it'll be. I mean, let me see if I put her, yeah, that's not really enough room to do that. So, and actually, this might be a good way to measure this out. If I go ahead and put her on here, I can kind of see how much room I want. So we've got our piece here. Oh, sorry about that squeak. And then let's go ahead and take this piece, and this is a unique piece. It's got some, well, it's stripes and there's some writing on it. And I like the tear here, so I'm gonna go ahead and layer this, but I'm gonna tear it. I'm going to tear a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom. All right. I'm going to leave this white just for the interest of it. I could pull just a little bit of that off, just so it's not quite so much. All right, first thing we're going to do is go ahead and glue this piece down. I went ahead and put some glue on there. And now we're just going to pop it right on here. Now we need to play a little bit. So we know that we have her, but we also want to make sure that we use these feathers. So we just have to figure out how we want to do it. And I don't need to use all of the feathers. I need to use just at least one of them. So if I press this down here, because I can always cut this off, if I press this here, she could be up on pop dots or not. She would be fine not on pop dots. So that's an option. And then if we wanted to do more than one, let's see how that would look. Again, could or could not be on pop dots. It might be kind of cool if it was though. And I don't know how we like the two of them on there. I don't know if that's too much. Let's take this one off. Okay, I like one. Let's try it with three. That might be like way too much, but we have to give it a try since we're here. Say we put this one here and this one here going off the top. And then let's say we put this one up here. Again, these will be trimmed. And then if we put her here, and I don't know, is that too much? That's too much, isn't it? I think it is. Here it is with the third one with this feather going more this way. So they're sort of, you know, going like that. And that's not bad. Then we'd have to do something really decorative down here if I went with 3 of them, because that is a lot of bulk down here in the bottom, which is not a problem, totally doable. Okay, I'm gonna do this one more time. Here's 2. I don't think that looks bad either. I don't mind that at all. And then here is 1. Okay, I think what we'll do is go with the 2. It won't be as bulky as 3, but it'll give a little bit more interest than 1. Yeah, let's do that. And this one I might even go up a little further. There we go, and let's try that real quick. Yeah, I think let's go ahead and give that a try. All right, I went ahead and trimmed them, and now it's gonna be time to decide exactly how I want them to be placed. I don't mind this going off the card a little bit, but I don't want it to go off the card too much. All right, so let's try that. I like this placement very much, so I hope I remember it. Or I could hold this down with my hands. I do not want to forget exactly where I placed them, so I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue under there and get this one put down. And I'm going to do the same here. I'll put a little bit of hot glue under here. Now let's play with this. Let's see if we feel like we need this going across here to sort of disguise the bottom of the feathers. I can use fabric, and fabric might be a better choice. And then she would go here. Or maybe I want, just playing here, just sort of trying some things out. We could do that. That's kind of cool. And then let me go ahead, I'm gonna grab some either fabric or lace or something like that. All right, I've got some black lace, so I moved those out of the way. Let's go ahead and just play with this for a second. If this went across the bottom, like so, and she could be here and she could be popped up, or she could be here a little bit underneath that lace, which actually I like better. And then let's experiment with having some of this under here, just say corner to corner. And if I do that, I'm going to have to do it with 2 of them. And we're just trying it on for size. We're just seeing if we like it. And then she could be there, and of course these would be cut to size and all that. Okay, and let me move these again. I actually like these, unless there's something else I can put there. What came to mind was a little doily, my friends. So what if we did some layers? We've got our feathers, then let's just say we put this here like this, and then let's say she's up on pop dots, so you know, just think about that. And then let's say we've got, and she's probably going to be up here just a little bit more. And then let's say we have our lace that goes across here like that. What do you guys think of that? I think I like it. Of course, this would be trimmed, so you wouldn't see that. So I think let's give this a try. Let's try to assemble this. So I've got my piece of doily here, and I think I'll go ahead and glue it into place right here. All right, now I'm going to try, I know it's not dry yet, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and try to glue, not glue it, but cut this away. Okay, now we need to get her positioned just exactly where we want her. If I could get her here and make that lace look good, I think I'd be happy with that. So let me grab some either pop dots or the, you know, that thick tape or whatever, and we'll probably have to use a combination of tape and hot glue because we have a lot going on here, and I would never expect this tape to be able to hold everything in place. So what I like to do in a case like this is go ahead and put this on. This is actually gonna be more of a support than an actual glue. So think of it like that. Might as well use it all if I've got it. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and take these off. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add some hot glue to this, and then we're gonna put her down. Let's make sure that we know where we want her to go. Okay, I like her right about here. So if I just sort of remember that her neckline is gonna go right, right sort of over this area here, then I should be able to get it down before that hot glue dries. I have it on the hottest setting, which, definitely buys you some time. Okay, so far so good. Just pressing this down. It's a little bit higher right here because obviously there's a few layers of the feathers, but I still think it's fine. Okay. All right, now let's make sure we got the right lace. We have a few options. So obviously we've got this one that we started with. It's a little bit big. I could pull it down here, but something, I don't know, it's almost so big that it takes over, I feel like. If we have to use it, we will, but if we find something better, then we're gonna go with that. Now this one, we could use a layer here and then do another layer here. Or we could just do the one layer, I don't know, let's see. If we went right here, I don't know how that looks. I don't know, it seems unfinished down here, but let's see what else we have. We've got this. This doesn't have a ruffle, but it's kind of got a cool, I don't know, it's kind of cool. It could just like lay there. So if we had that, and then, oops, and then we had this, I mean, that works. Does it? Yeah, actually, if we had 2 layers of this, I'm not cutting it, we're trying it on for size first. That's why I'm doing all this. So let's pretend we've got 2 layers of that. Then we put the ruffle over top of the top one. I just think that looks a little more cohesive. And then we can still see our doily. But then, if we've got these 2 layers, it's basically as thick as this one anyway. Oh, I could fold this. I could fold this and make it not so long. Oh, maybe I like that. And then I could put some red satin trim across it or something like that. Huh. Friends, maybe we're gonna try that. Okay, I'm gonna cut this. Let's just cut it here. Always leave a little extra. And then let's say, whoops, let's say we were gonna fold it. And that way it fits more like I would like it to. All right, so if I'm gonna do that, then what I'm gonna do is put my bead of hot glue right across here. I'm not going too heavy with it. And then I'm gonna press this into it. If I use this, that way I can press it a little bit without burning myself. Now we have that, so now I'm gonna do another bead of glue right below it. And then I'm gonna fold it over like I had wanted to. And then I'll just press that down. I probably should have given it a second to dry a little bit. Let's do that, because I'm just making spider webs with it now. If you let it solidify a little bit, it won't do that as much. All right, I'm going in now. Okay. Now you'll notice if you do get a little spider webs, like this part right here is is pretty bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take, you can do this with a heat gun too, but if you just take the tip of your hot glue gun, you can melt those away, and then you don't even see them. Just a little hot glue gun tip to get rid of those obnoxious looking piles of glue. Okay. All right, there's that. Now that we have that settled, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over, and I'm going to cut this to size. I need to sharpen my scissors. I don't know what I did to them, but they feel terrible. All right. That's great. Okay, this was flapping around just a little bit, so I'm going to put just a little bit of glue right here. And then, I think over here too, yeah. All right, there we go. And when I see a little bit of gluey looking stuff right here, so let me get at it real quick. Okay, I think that looks better. Okay, there we go. Now we just need to finish this off. All right, friends, I got my puffy tape on the back here, and so I'm thinking, and I want to put it right here at an angle. I'm going to go ahead and add some hot glue. I think that looks so cute. And now we're going to go ahead and add these red flatbacks across here. Now I do need a new bottle of gem tack. There's still plenty in there, but I've had to like trim the top so many times. So, you know, I've had it for a while, and it's been good to me, but it's oh gosh, see how it's goopy? It's probably good to give myself permission to get some more. Okay. Now this does not dry quickly, so you don't need to worry about racing to get your gem on it. You really don't need to do that. It does dry clear, so even though I'm making a mess, hopefully once it's dry you should not see that. Alright, let's get some of these out. They do look a little pink, don't they? Let me pull these black ones out. I wonder which ones look better. Because when you flip them over, they're not as red. Maybe I'm going to go with the black ones, you guys. All right, now some of these have a little extra glue around them. So I do like to, if I can, remove some of that. I don't know if it's necessary. Honestly, it's just something that, because I feel like sometimes even when the glue is dry, you can still see like that there's a bead of glue there. So I just use a pokey tool. I don't worry about getting it all off, but I do like to get some of it off. All right, my friends, she's not completely dry right here by the little beads, but I think she turned out fantastic. So this was a fun play. I'm glad that you guys came along with me. I want to thank Crystal at Vividly on Paper for sending me this beautiful queen here. And I want to thank Mimi and Annie for having such a fun collaboration. So I hope you like it. She'll probably end up on the top of a card or something, or maybe in a journal. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what we end up doing with her, but I really like her. I'm very happy with how she turned out. Thanks for watching. See you soon.